Hello everybody, it's Jim the Gentleman Crafter, and today I thought I'd do a little video and put it in my Back to Basics tab on my blog. It's about covers and how to find the dimensions for your covers when you're making a little book. Usually, and once again, this is in my world, if you, whatever your pages are, like you know that however you want big your book, let's just say this little spiral bound book, right? And I want to make my pages or my pages are going to be, what is this one? 5.5 inches. So I'd probably make the covers a 1/4 inch larger. So this was probably, that's what did I say the pages were? 5.5. This is probably going to be 5 3/4 for the covers. It is 5 3/4. And once again, the same thing for the width. If this is, or the length, this is 8.5. I'm going to probably make it at 9. I'm sorry, 8.5 would be 8 3/4, and this is 8 3/4. So that's kind of where I'm going with the covers. I just need to make them a little bit, the covers need to be just about a 1/4 inch longer or wider. There's going to be some cases when you need to make it fit somewhere and you have to figure that out. And sometimes you get your stuff and you want it to be flush, but you can kind of see here where it's a 1/4 inch down. You know what I mean? So I just kind of do a 1/4 inch border all the way around it when I do my book. Here's that little envelope book that Brenda was talking about. In fact, she was the one who had emailed me this morning, and I told her I'd put this up. Once again, on the spine, whenever I got my assemblage together, or once I knew how thick my pages were going to be, I go over here and I would go, okay, so this is, and you want it to be released. You know, you don't want to compress it, because if you compress it, you know this is going to be filled with stuff, right? And you might keep that in mind even further if you know that you're going to fill it with a lot of stuff, or there's going to be a lot of embellishments on it. You want to make your spine piece just a little bit wider. So on this one, it was 3/4 inch expanded, so my spine is 3/4 inch. And I also know that I'm going to get at least a little bit more play in this eighth inch gap that I leave in between the two pieces of the spine and the covers. Okay, once again, this may not be a 1/4, but it was really, I left a 1/4 over here and left about, an 1/8 over on this side. So about a 1/4 inch just all the way around. This one's pretty much snug to the cover. This cover is 5 3/4, and the last page I used on it was around 5 5/8. So it's just a little bit wider. So you just want to make it a little bit wider. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your spine. Remember that it's going to be wider the more stuff you put in. Okay. This one I just used the little strings to bind it together. But once again, I was trying to remember that if I'm going to fill it, it needs to expand. Okay. So I kind of left room for that to happen. All right. So once again, 1/4 inch around. All 3 sides pretty much snug up to the left of the spine, okay? But the 3 sides leave around a 1/4 inch border around. And then for your spine, measure your goodies that are going to go inside your book, your pages that you've made, and then let them, don't compress. Once again, don't compress, just let them be. And once again, if you know that this is going to be filled with things, keep that in mind and think about how that's going to be, and then adjust accordingly. And so just measure your pages and then make your spine the width of your book once it's kind of expanded. Okay? All right, thanks so much. Hope that helps. And this is going to go up to Back to Basics. And y'all have a great weekend. Bye.